Will, I mean, of course, every family would love to have a $2,000 check in their mailbox, but how are we going to afford this?
And let's talk about fourth federal level stimulus checks to everybody in the nation and what's going to be coming here very soon. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, as you guys know here on the channel, we had received tons of promises from the Democrats in Congress of additional assistance and provisions that were going to be coming on the way. We had heard promises of fourth federal level stimulus checks of $2,000, Social Security increases, child tax credits, wiping out student loan debt, free college tuition, free childcare, all of these unfulfilled promises, and a lot of people in the nation are holding Congress's feet to the fire, letting them know you're going to be losing your power in these midterm elections unless these come to fruition. And a lot of people have just thrown up their hands and said it's been almost 2 years now. It's too little, too late. Now, let me know your thoughts, you guys, but what we're hearing is it's very likely a lot of these are going to start coming back. And there's a lot of people that need help and assistance that are hurting that could really use this. Well, we're also hearing this is coming back in proposals for states. And as you guys know, I'm keeping you up to date here with the Relief Roadmap. If you haven't added your email, do so, www.reliefroadmap.com, keeping you apprised of everything that's coming on every level. A lot of people think there's just the federal level checks. I have compiled over 100 different stimulus checks for states, cities, counties happening right now, actively available, and people are missing out all the time because unfortunately a lot of these they're only available for a limited amount of time. And you guys, I'm going to make sure that I keep you up to date on that. So again, if you haven't already, add your email. That's going to be coming in the next couple of days. I've actually just got to work on the website. But you guys, we've got word of another one in a state. Take a look. Wolf makes another push for $2,000 payments for Pennsylvanians. So this is potentially coming here in Pennsylvania. And we're also hearing about this potentially coming on a federal level. Now, if both of these come through, that if you're in the state of Pennsylvania, you'd get two $2,000 checks, $4,000. But you guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Is sending out more stimulus provisions right now a good thing or a bad thing as we deal with 41-year high record inflation? We have food and gas prices that have been skyrocketing. Gas is starting to come down a little bit, but it's still pretty high. Should they be sending out more stimulus, more provisions, adding more debt and more spending? This is the argument we're hearing. Now, I've got some video footage you're going to want to see. Now, let me know your thoughts on this as they talk directly about $2,000 stimulus checks and what's unfolding in Pennsylvania and on a federal level. And they're outright saying that this is a midterm election scheme, that they are pretty much buying votes. And that is exactly what they're saying was the wiping out of $10,000 of student loan forgiveness. Now, it comes as no surprise. This is what we've been hearing was going to be unfolding here for quite some time, you guys. I've been keeping you up to date on this. And also, like I said, I've been keeping you up to date on state stimulus check provisions. We're hearing that these are starting to roll out here for midterms on every level. Now, if you missed my last videos on them, check them out. But you guys, I've got some video footage that you're not going to want to miss. Let me know your thoughts. $2,000 stimulus checks needed, or we need to avoid them for inflation? Let's take a look at the video footage. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, before we dive in though, also, if you could do me a quick favor, if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything going on, don't forget, take a quick second, smash that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you'd like to stay up to date, it's totally free. Turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, and also I've got a second channel. Consider joining if you're interested in learning about growing wealth and personal to help you out very soon as well. But with that being said, you guys, let's take a look at this video footage. Let me know your thoughts on $2,000 stimulus checks going out, inflation, midterm elections, and everything going on. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Fox and Friends Weekend co-host Will Cain is here to react. Will, I mean, of course, every family would love to have a $2,000 check in their mailbox, but how are we going to afford this?
Well, he says they can afford it in Pennsylvania. The question is, as he alluded to, and I'm going to bet it's why Brian goes, it's unbelievable, is how does he rationalize this doesn't lead to increasing inflation? They are addicted to giving away more of the poison as the cure. You give away free money, you will rise prices once again. It happens in everything the government gets involved in, from healthcare to education to housing. You subsidize it, you make it cheaper, you make it easier, prices rise. You get hyperinflation in all of those industries. Now, in Pennsylvania, Governor Wolf is going to subsidize life. $2,000 to deal with inflation. Of course, causing more inflation.
Sure, exactly. It's simple economics. We've explained on the program why inflation does that to people. But, Will, here's the thing. It sounds like the one thing that's standing in the governor's way are the Republicans in Pennsylvania. And they say, I'm not so sure this is a good idea.
What a good way, though, Steve, to paint them as the bad guy. And that's what this
100%.
ends up being about, isn't it? This is the bad guy that stands in the way of my free money. I'm going to print more money. We're going to spend more money. It's going to cause prices to go up. But that's down the line. That's abstract. You won't feel that and tie that directly back to me. All you're going to see is these bad Republicans who stand in the way of me signing a check over to you. In essence, then, I guess we can go ahead and take the next logical step and diagnose this as what it is, which is a vote-buying scheme. Not unlike forgiving $10,000 in student debt a few months before the midterm elections. It is like the PRI in Mexico handing out groceries in line before you vote. This is a vote-buying scheme.
Will, when I said unbelievable, does that count as my question?
That's more of a statement.
I'm used to it.
Did you say
if you would like,
unbelievable?
Hey, Brian,
Or did you
if
say
you'd like,
unbelievable?
we can expand upon that. How about we reverse roles and pretend it's Saturday? Brian, what did you mean by it's unbelievable?
That would be great. I will say this. It's an opportunity for Dr. Oz and Mastriano to go out and to find themselves on this moment. That I'm not going to give away money, but I'm going to provide you an opportunity to be successful. That's what America's about. How do you feel about that?
I don't think it's, to the conversation Steve and I were just having, I don't think it's as difficult to explain to Americans how inflation is caused. They are living through it right now. And I think they can connect the dots in saying $2,000 equals more inflation.
We spent too much money. It caused inflation. Now we're going to spend more. It doesn't make sense.
Unbelievable.
Yes,
That's where we start.
right.
All right, Will, thank you very much.
Unbelievable.
So there you have it, you guys. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. We heard them say that stimulus was the poison that they were trying to use as the cure, that if they send out more spending, it's going to be causing more inflation. It's just going to worsen the problem, trying to deal with inflation with more spending that will cause more inflation. However, we've also heard a lot of people say, well, cut out all of the other provisions and things that aren't needed, just send out the checks. Or reallocate existing funds that are just sitting there, over $800 billion, and use that to send out stimulus checks. Now, a lot of people had speculated that that was what was going to be unfolding with the executive orders that came out for the wiping out of student loan debt. But it's looking like that might not be the case. It's actually going to be new spending. And we know that Congress holds the power of the purse. The president does not have the legal authority to issue new funds. So this could be challenged as well if they're not tapping into existing funds. Now, we will see. Now, why would they not do that for student loan debt? Could it be that there are other plans for the money just sitting there that they're planning to reallocate, maybe for other provisions, maybe for stimulus checks right before the midterm elections? Now, we will see. I will keep you up to date every step of the way. But you guys, there is a lot on the horizon that's going to be unfolding here as we approach midterm elections. You can anticipate a lot of these things coming back, and it's of no surprise. We've been hearing this for quite some time, and it's finally coming to fruition. I will keep you up to date every step of the way. But you guys, that is the latest, and as always, thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second, smash that like button for me. It helps out the channel a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's free. And turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, don't fall for the scammers here on YouTube saying, contact me on WhatsApp. I'll help you with a small business loan or help you get Bitcoin. You guys, that is not me. Please don't fall for that. And also, if you haven't already, add your email to www.reliefroadmap.com. We're going to be releasing the comprehensive list of all the checks. And I got that second channel to learn about growing wealth, personal finance, more content coming on that channel very soon as well. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless.